Vanessa Rodriguez with Justice 45 KUVI, and today our guest is Cynthia Zimmer, Supervisor of the Gang Unit at the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Thank you, Cynthia, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So with all your experience as a prosecutor for the last 33 years, what advice would you give parents as far as warning signs to look for their child and behavior that they might be affiliated with some type of criminal activity?
The first thing that you look at is a change in behavior. And you need to start looking at that with some people as early as the 6th grade.
Wow.
Because children these days, we used to look at changes in high school, and it used to be junior high, now it's elementary school.
Wow.
Look at changes in behavior. Did they used to be interested in something that they are no longer interested in?
Right.
And that sometimes is hard because children change as they grow and mature. But these changes are something a little different than just maturing. Did they used to be interested in soccer or football? And now no longer, they are not, even though they may have the talent for it. Did they used to be interested in music, and now they're not interested in that at all? Or even video games. Did they used to be interested in that, and now there's a complete change? Those are warning signs.
Right.
Changing friends. Kids very often move through school with the same set or of friends. If kids are completely changing friends fairly drastically, that's something that that parents should look for. Also, if kids are not coming home from school, they're not coming home from school, they're wanting to hanging out at the mall or places like that with their friends.
Right.
You need to be careful about that, especially at night. Those are some of the things to look for. Also, if they're getting in trouble at school, if they're showing disrespect, if they're using foul language all of a sudden, and interested now in firearms. Wanting to know about firearms and the types of firearms, other than just what a child wants to go hunting with their dad, something different than that.
So if a parent sees these type of behaviors, what would you recommend the next step be for them?
I would recommend that you spend more time with your child.
Okay.
More time with your child. Ask them, when you see them doodling things and writing things down on pieces of paper that look odd to you, like the number 13 over and over, the number 14, or the letters BKS, which is a sign for bakers.
Right.
Ask them what that is. If you see them putting it in their dresser drawer, talk to them, communicate with them, get responses from them. Don't let them treat you with disrespect. Show that that is unacceptable. But get them involved with church, with sports. Talk to their counselors at school that you're concerned about that. Counselors at school in middle schools and high schools are very well trained. They're trained by our police department about what to look for. They will help at school because people do not want these kids to turn to a life of gang activity.
And what prevention would you say as far as parents to prevent this from actually happening and their kids partaking in these activities? Is there any preventative measures that they can take?
Well, I think you have to be invested in your kids. You can't expect, and it's hard because we have a lot of single parents and a lot of working parents, but you have to be engaged in what they're doing. When you see them wearing a sports hat of a team that is not in California, like a KC hat, you need to think, is my son really a Kansas City fan, or is that a gang? So monitor what they wear. Go shopping with them. Don't send them to the mall alone and let them do their shopping. And just be engaged as best that you can and let them know that you love them, that they're important, that they're valuable, so they get their self-esteem at home rather than their self-esteem with other gang members.
Yeah, this is great advice. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for being here today and
Thank you.
giving all the viewers this great advice about how to prevent gangs with their children. So
we want children to stay out of gangs. We don't want to see them in court and in jail.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And this is Justice 45 KUVI. And until then, be aware and be safe.